States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment for prayer. Thank you.
Alderwoman Calderon.
Here.
Alderman Brickner. Here. Alderman Fire.
Here.
Alderman Dana.
Here.
Alderman Wadwa and Alderwoman Bliss asked to be excused.
Telephonic meeting participation request, none.
The meeting has been properly posted and noticed.
Public hearings, none. Presentation, none. Citizens' comments, none. Consent agenda, is there any alderperson that would like anything removed?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as posted this evening.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Action to be taken from the licensing committee meeting held November 15th, 2022. Take your time. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, we're looking for approval for new beverage operators licenses for Chris Peters. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, it's Lauren Aldrich, Cheryl Copeland, Chris Peters, Kirsten Peterson, and Carrie Wolf.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, that's, we're looking for.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Action to be taken from the.
They're not done yet.
Oh.
They have a renewal beverage operator's license for Christina Brzezinski.
Second.
Well, somebody needs to make the motion.
I make the motion that we approve.
Second.
All right, I'll slow it down. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
I think that's all from the license
I
committee.
believe that's all, yeah. That's all we got, Mayor.
Thank you. Action to be taken from the Board of Public Works, November 10th, 2022.
Evening, Mayor, we have three motions from our meeting held November 10th. First one, I make a motion to concur with the recommendation from the Board of Public Works to not remove the no parking sign at 2509 East Klein Drive.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Second motion this evening, Mayor, I make a motion to concur with the recommendation for the Board of Public Works to approve the 5-year road capital plan.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And finally, Mayor, a motion to concur with the recommendation of the Board of Public Works to approve the 5-year sewers capital plan.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Is that all, Sean?
That's it this evening, Mayor.
Action to be taken from the Planning Commission, October 26, 2022, Memorial Bench donation and location, Helen Wozniak. Melinda, since Steve's not here.
I'll have the motion this evening, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
I make a motion to concur with the recommendation from the Planning Commission to approve the location of the memorial bench for Helen Wozniak.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And that's it from Planning Commission, Mayor.
Thank you, Sean. Resolutions and ordinances.
An ordinance to conditionally rezone certain lands in the city of St. Francis as a planned unit development residential under Article 4, Chapter 455 of the City of St. Francis zoning code, Hidden Ponds condominiums.
Mark or Paul, do you want anything to add?
Mr. Mayor, this is a ordinance to essentially reestablish the PUD zoning for the Hidden Ponds condominium project so that it can move forward with the development that's scheduled under item 14 this evening. This is the first part of the ordinance process. It's the process under which the initial zoning is established. The second part is also being taken up this evening, and that is with respect to the approval of the detailed PUD plan for the project. And then we also have, related to that, is the requisite development agreement between the city and the developer for the completion of the project itself.
And I just want to say that everybody in this room knows what my issues are with the Hidden Ponds condominium. But I also want to say that I met with Scott, and I'm satisfied. He has satisfied me with professionalism and what he's doing for the community, for the building of that thing. And I am happy with what he's going to do, and can't wait to get together to working with him so that we can at least break ground.
Okay, do we need a motion?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the conditional rezoning of the Hidden Ponds condominiums.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Discussion items with possible action. Banners on We Energy poles by St. Francis High School. Melinda?
Thank you, Mayor. In the packet is an agreement that is required to attach banners to We Energy's poles. Anytime anybody attaches anything to a We Energy pole, there's an agreement that has to be had, whether it's the city or AT&T or any Charter, Spectrum, whoever. So this is standard procedure for them. These are 7 poles along Lenham Avenue, and they are going to be attached with not city banners, but banners acknowledging the St. Francis High School. We have a mock-up that says, it's got the logo, and it says Mariner Nation on it. And it was a request by Alderman Brickner and the high school to kind of get that area designated as Mariner Nation and help highlight the high school. And so this would be the final step in the process to get this agreement together. We have banners all over the city. It's just another like part of the agreement we already have.
But trying to get through the bureaucracy is crazy.
Yes, it's very crazy.
Maybe it's because they're asking for 14% that they're moving so fast.
Only?
I know you can.
Do we need a motion on that?
Yes, motion and second.
Paul, any concern with the attached agreement?
It's their form agreement. There's some language that, it has indemnification language that we do not like. But it's the price of admission here, and the indemnification is limited to damage caused by the banners, and trying to figure out how the banner, unless they were mylar or metal, made out of metal, and somehow were able to wrap themselves around the electrical wires and cause a problem. But these are not, and so, and they're not going to be of a size that could stress the poles. So I don't have a problem in that regard. This particular form is a little bit of, putting a round peg into a square hole, but it'll work. So I don't have an objection to it. I think it's fine as it is for these purposes.
I noticed it specifically calls out wood light poles listed in Exhibit A. Are we sure that they're all wood light
Yes,
poles?
outside the high school, in between the city media and whatever that is, all wooden poles. Yep.
I'll make a motion to accept, place on file, and approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards. None. Correspondence with possible action or referral. Correspondence from the city engineer, request to fill maintenance custodian position. Melinda?
The city has received the resignation of Fred Rogers. He's retiring on January 11th, 2023. He's been with the city for 14 and a half years. I request authorization to fill the future vacant position.
Are we going to allow that?
I'm asking you to Please, please, please allow it. Allow the filling. If we, no,
gonna say,
we don't want him to retire, but we can't necessarily stop him. But please, please, please allow me to fill the position.
I will make a motion to support the filling of this maintenance position.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Unfinished business. Resolution approving the detailed plan unit development plan for Hidden Ponds condominium.
So, Mr. Mayor, once again, this is the second component of the process under the city's PUD zoning approval process. This is the detailed plans for the development of the property. There's a graphic attached to the developer's agreement that does essentially explain the basics, but the detailed plans are more specific. This also grants the city engineer and staff the ability to make the final improvements for the project. They have been reviewed. There's a couple of, I think, matters still outstanding with regard to, I believe, some of the plans and the finish schedule under the developer's agreement. But other than that, the matter is ready to move forward. We've reached final language on all counts, and so we're ready to go on this one. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to respond to them.
And once again, I have no questions. I've reviewed it. I've had a discussion with Mark. I've had a discussion with Scott. I'm happy with the agreement and ready to move forward. I would make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Agreement by and between the City of St. Francis and Hidden Ponds Development, LLC.
So again, this is the final step in the process of the council approval process. This is the agreement between the city and the developer to complete the process as is set forth in the agreement. This does provide for the completion of some aspects that were not fully completed in 2005. It varies the development of the condo project by the introduction of some two-family condominium units to provide a transition zone, if you will, into the four-family area. So in addition to the two families, it will complete the blank spaces, if you will, with regard to several of the uncompleted four-family units. We've provided in there a path forward, a time frame for doing so, and guarantees with respect to the proper completion of the road, the stormwater pond, and then for future landscaping maintenance, including but not limited to any fences on the project. So we've tried to touch on all the bases that we need to complete the project properly and to provide assurances to the city that it will be properly completed moving forward. The agreement also sets forth the parameters as far as the incentives for the developer to complete the project in a timely fashion in accordance with the plans.
And once again, I have made my piece, and I am made the last two steps. I'll make the third, make the motion for approval.
So,
Second.
I'm sorry, the one request was that it would be to approve the agreement and to authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute an agreement in substantially the form set forth tonight, in case there are any final.
You didn't hear me say that?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you
okay.
can just say so moved.
Second.
Any further discussion?
I'm just happy to finally see this project get underway.
Amen.
Same.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Other business? None. Department heads. Melinda?
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, Common Council, for approving filling the maintenance position. Not that we can fill Fred's shoes. He's been a very dedicated employee to the city and has done such excellent work, and he's always
Absolutely.
Johnny on the spot and so helpful to all the departments here. And I will greatly miss Fred being here, but thank you for allowing me to fill his position when it's vacant. Otherwise, we survived the the first major snowfall that happened today. That didn't really happen, but we are prepared, without a doubt. And with that, I pass.
Thank you. Chief Hunter?
Thank you, Mayor. Mark continuously asks me what I'm going to do after I retire as far as jobs. I just think I found my calling today before the meeting. That's an inside joke. I think some of you guys
AAA?
might get it, but we'll move on from there. But I just wanted to let you guys know that Robert DiFrancesco did put in his papers, and he did. His last day was the 11th of November. He will be, he just started at Appleton PD. I wish him nothing but well-beings for he and his family. And we will be holding our first round of interviews December 5th. We have currently 4 applications, hoping to get more, obviously, qualified applicants. So to move forward with, and I've been in touch with the Police and Fire Commission regarding that matter as well. But we'll be doing nothing but the initial interview phase on December 5th, and we'll be meeting with the PFC on December 7th to move forward with the process. Winter is obviously here, as we know, a little too early for me personally, but with that comes vehicle crashes, reminders about speed, accidents. We see them constantly with those first snowfalls. Just be cognizant of the speed out there, be cognizant of the road conditions, take time, plan ahead, help your neighbors if they need help getting their windows uncovered, especially with your vehicles. If you're in a hurry, it takes an extra 5 seconds or 10 seconds to wipe off all your windows, make sure all windows are clean and your lights and whatnot are clean. That's for your safety and everybody else's, and that's our main priority, is to get through this season without anybody getting injured or even worse. And we look forward to the Christmas parade coming up on the 3rd, and that's all I have at this point. I pass.
Thank you, Chief, and thanks for bailing out our attorney. Your new nickname's going to be AAA.
All in a day's work.
Ann?
We had fantastic turnout for the election last week. I think we came in at like 78%, so that's wonderful. We're glad we're done now, and hopefully we'll have not many elections next year. So they're working on clearing up all of that. We, of course, are now gearing up toward year-end and getting the tax documents all together. So we're busy, and just a gentle reminder that City Hall is closed next week, Thursday and Friday, because of the holiday. So if you need anything done, just be aware that, we're really gonna be cramming a lot in a couple days. And I'll let the big announcement for the mayor.
Big announcement.
I'll
Rick?
poke you later.
All right, with great pleasure. Citizen of the Year for St. Francis has been chosen, and it's Ricky G. Well earned. I stand corrected. Rick and Mary. Speech. Well, you were picked by your peers. Do you have anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Paul?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My apologies for my tardy this evening, but I would like to thank Adam from West Dallas Police Department and Chief Hunter and his real Jack for their assistance in addressing my untimely flat tire on I-94 this afternoon on my way in. So I will reserve the rest of my comments for the closed session, and thank you.
Thank you.
It was. When we got it off the ground, it wasn't flat at all.
Mark?
I'll reserve my comments for closed session as well. Thanks.
Thank you. Matt?
Nothing for me tonight, thank you.
Thank you. Don?
I'm going to pass also.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Nothing
Sarah.
for me, Mr. Mayor.
Sean?
Pleasure to meet you this evening, Scott. Nice to see you, Gene and Richard, and congratulations, Rick. Well deserved. I'll save the rest of my comments for open session, and nice to see you again this evening as well, sir.
And I'll just piggyback on top of that. It's awesome seeing everyone here. And Rick? Well earned. Well earned.
February 7th, is that the date? February 7th. Yep, and it'll be at the
Pulaski,
Nope.
Change it.
Community Center at the Lions.
okay, something different, good. Are you buying? Open bar, right? All right,
When was it take?
we'll be,
February 7th.
February 7th.
February 7th.
We'll be going into closed session.
So we'll need a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 1985 sub E, deliberating or negotiating the investing of public funds or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. And the purpose is the purchase of property for TID number 5.
I'll so move.
I'll second.
February 4th.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You'd be getting,
Might be more fun.
you'd be calling us, where's
Alderwoman
everyone?
Calderon? I need, we have to finish.
Aye.
Yep, go ahead.
Alderwoman Calderon,
Aye.
Alderman Fire,
Aye.
Alderman Brickner,
Aye.
and Alderman Damon.
Aye.